My name is Asa Wilson, and I've got a catapult company called Romany Custom Catapults, and I build custom slingshots.
And what is your involvement here today?
I am an ESF founder, committee member, so basically organiser and walk around with a clipboard and delegate.
I love it, looking very authoritative.
I delegate, basically.
So let's go back, because obviously you're from the catapult side you've been making. When did you first pick up a catapult?
Oh, the first time I picked up a catapult I'd probably be about 8 years old, but then I had you kind of grow up from it and then you drop it out, and then I got involved with a Facebook group and it kind of just stemmed from there. It was like I was kind of looking for a hobby, you know what I mean? And I found it with it, and then obviously I got building them and you kind of get attached, so yeah.
Okay, so have you been building, did you start off with naturals or did you go straight into steel titanium?
I started off with natural ones, and then I started doing steel stuff, more old-fashioned traditional stuff originally, with all bone handles and stuff like that, and then I kind of got a bit of a flair for the designing side of it and started designing some more modern stuff, and yeah, it's just gone from there really. It's passion. It's a passion.
So did you start off, do you think, because obviously there's two elements to it, there's the hunting side, people who are really outside and do things, and then there's the target practice, which are very different beasts and disciplines really. Did you start off on the hunting side, or have you
I would say most probably hunting, yeah, and then as tournaments have got more and more serious in the UK, then I've kind of changed that. I've been to Europe as well, shooting in various countries, so you see how they do it, and then you just want to try and be more professional. As you can see, we've had people from, well, all over the world today.
It's been absolutely amazing today, and also the fact that people are saying this is the competition to come to in the UK, and how professional, what a good standard it was today. Yeah.
No, it was a fantastic standard, to be honest with you. And well, some of the people I've seen shoot even better again. You know what I mean? It's a long day, like as you well know, like it does.
It's a long day, and also the discipline of itself and the environment, because it started off feeling okay, and then you start to get a bit more nervous the second round, don't you?
Oh, it's definitely nervous when you're on that line. Well, I think it's the same in any sport. You can be as good as you like in your back garden or on YouTube. But when you're at a tournament and you've got people staring at you, I don't care who you are, you get the shakes, you feel nervous, and obviously with it being a catapult thing, there's like hand-eye coordination. Shakes is not good.
Shakes is not good.
No, definitely not.
But I must say one thing, this is probably the only sport I've ever been involved in that after only about a month of doing it, that I've been able to enter a tournament and it be okay to do that.
Yeah, and you did actually well.
Yeah, I didn't do too bad. I think I did 4th out of 6, not every 6.
It's a key word what you just said there, and it pleases me to hear when people say it's a sport. And that's what we're trying to push. We're trying to push this now as a serious sport. We don't want it to be laughed at or joked. It is serious. People pay lots of money for catapults. They practice, and it's a sport anyone can get into. I mean, you can literally pay £5. You can buy a good quality catapult for £13 from English Slingshot. You know what I mean? Or then again, you can pay £500-600. You can. There's something for everyone.
I like the accessibility factor. You haven't got to get the kicks. You haven't got to get all the outfit for it. You haven't got to get the training. You can start off with just making your own one and do it. And then YouTube and the community around catapults has been brilliant. And what I've noticed today is coming in and suddenly recognising a face or a name. And then everyone, no matter how high they are, like Gamekeeper John and everyone, we're talking to you today.
We don't, at the minute in the UK, we don't have a lot of clubs. And normally with a sport, they have clubs. So a lot of these people don't see each other for months on end, and then they come to these shoots, and it's a catch-up. It's like a big family, you know what I mean? It's people fall out, they make up. It's like a big family, which is nice to.
But it's also a nice sharing family. Like people aren't holding all their cards to their chest. Like they do actually want to say, "Oh, have you tried this? Have you tried that? Don't forget to breathe."
I'd like to think it is, I would like to think it is, and there's obviously with the groups online, people's giving a lot of advice out and bringing people on. We've got a lot of new people coming through. I think today we had 150 shooters in the 10 metres, so it's a big up from our last event, which I think was about 90.
That's brilliant though, and that is good. And also there's a lot of newbies, and there's a lot of people who are then getting to their level, but really honing in their skills, aiming for a higher level.
What we're looking for is not just people like me and a lot of the lads that already shoot catapults, or they hunt and then they've decided to go into tournaments. We want people coming into the sport purely to shoot in tournaments. They've never shot before. They're not. We don't really promote the hunting side of it so much. We're tournament shooters, but we want people to come in solely because they see it as a sport that's accessible and they want to get involved.
Brilliant. So apart from developing more clubs around the UK, which I totally agree with, because not only to up the sport in that level, but also to build that community and get that confidence of something to do. Where do you see, like maybe in 5 years, do you think we're going to follow the Chinese example? Do you think we're going to you know.
I think it all depends on venues in this country. I mean, when you talk to venues about catapults, they're always going to feel it's like a yobbish thing, so it makes it very difficult to get venues. But hopefully, the more venues we get, the more coverage we get, it'll become hopefully easier in the next 5 years to get venues and have maybe a venue where we keep coming back year in, year out, where people recognise and it's almost like the home of the ESF. That would be brilliant.
That would be amazing, because there are so many sports that have that kind of home that people go to, and to actually for people to recognise, like GCK said, actually when they have a local tournament, it's televised, so you can sit at home and watch it if you can't get there.
Well, when we went to the World Cup in Italy, the Chinese were there doing live streams on their phones, and I had to look twice. One had like 132,000 watchers on the live stream for catapults, so it's a massive. I don't know whether it'll ever get as big as it is out there, but any improvement here would be good, like you say. Clubs, if we could host the World Cup, would be brilliant. To have the World Cup in this country, we need sponsorship back in. If we could do that, it would be fantastic. To be
amazing. Okay, well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah,
it's been a pleasure today.
Thank you for coming and thank you for participating.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Cheers.
Right, my name's Keith Dighton.
And what is your role in everything here?
Well, I'm a ESF committee founder, and obviously we do the jobs. We're all equals, we're not those in charge. Yeah, I'm part of the committee.
So the English Slingshot Federation, what exactly do they do?
Well, we supply a means to provide professional target shooting venues and events for people who like to shoot catapults. Basically, we provide a nice way for people to get involved in a safe, controlled environment and have fun.
Brilliant. So this has been a big old tournament today.
Yes,
in fact, the people that have come from abroad have said that this is really professional, this is like a really decent event. How have you got to this level now? Well, this kind of happened overnight.
No. Well, we decided, we've actually booked and decided what we're going to do back in September. This has been booked since then, and it's taken from then to now to come to fruition and basically make sure that it goes to plan. But it's gone from a stage of, you know, having to shoot in pub car parks and stuff like that, and realising that, you know, we can't accommodate the amount of people that are interested in small venues, and it has to get bigger.
So how many people did actually come today?
299.
299 people arrived today, that's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I think we had about 11 different countries maybe?
We had 11 different countries, yes. From China, we had America, Czech Republic, we had Italy, France, Germany, Spain, loads. All over the world. This is the tournament. Apart from the World Cup, this room today has got the best, most talented shooters anywhere. And if you win this, you're the best.
Oh, that's fantastic. I'm well impressed with it. So it's been well organised today. Everyone seems to have had a great idea. Have you had any hiccups along the way, or things that you've learned?
We've had a couple of hiccups along the way, as all events and stuff do. But at the end of the day, it's run without a hitch. I can't ask for any more. I mean, yes, I think next time we do it, it'll probably be a 2-day event. With more rounds involved, but I think 4 rounds was ample. Everyone's tired at the end of the day, you know. But no, I think, to be honest, moving forward, there's a couple of little changes, but nothing major.
So have you guys working towards standardising like the competition practice around the UK?
Yes, indeed. The dream is to make it recognised by an Olympic body.
Yeah.
I have actually made inquiries into that, and we are taking procedures now to move forward to make sure that we can get into an Olympic recognised sport within 8 years.
So first of all, do you think that we need to start doing leagues in the UK within counties and countries, or how does that position
I think it's difficult because there are, as you know, there are various clubs around. The issue with it is we don't have enough clubs within the UK to represent, you know, that aspect of the sport. People tend to want to travel to, you know, we're going to have 3 big events a year, which will determine who is the best at 10, 20, 30, 40, whatever. So if we go down the club route, unless there is 1 club per county, it's not going to happen. The only way we're going to get recognised moving forward is through national events.
So essentially, that's when people like myself that go and attend a club, that's for us to start working out those leagues, and out of that, then we send the people to you.
Indeed. How we would like it to work eventually is if everyone had a club per county, that consisted of, say, 20 shooters minimum. You know, the top 3 of your club would then come to a national event. But, I mean, we're years off that at the moment. You know, it's just a case of that the minute you turn up.
So at the moment, have you got anything else planned for this year, or is this killing?
Yes, no. We've downgraded, we've upgraded and downgraded. We've downgraded in shoot quantity.
Yep.
So we were having like 5, 6 mini shoots. We're going to have 3 big ones. Now basically we're going to have, this one's now done. The next one's going to be the massive hunter's course that is Solihull. I kid you not, that is, if you hunt, that is the ultimate hunter's course. Don't care where you go in the world.
And is that the one that you can camp over and stay over?
It's a 2-day event. You camp over. It's completely raw camping. It's in the middle of a woodland. There's no electricity. It's nice, secluded spot. It's lovely. There's a lake there. And then we're going to have another one toward the back end of the year, which will be an indoor venue as well. But riding on the back of this, it's going to be very, very busy.
Yeah, it sounds like it's going to be really busy. So obviously they've got the big thing coming up in November in Shanghai, which I believe that people are getting together to really push towards that international standardisation and working towards the Olympics. Are you wanting to head over?
Yeah, I'm going.
You're definitely going?
Yes, me, my daughter Chloe, my son Keith, and my wife's going. So we are definitely going.
Oh, brilliant. Chloe has big ambitions, I
She
hear.
wants to be a world champion,
She's
without a
already
doubt.
told me, I said, are you doing this for a hobby? Or she goes, world champion, I'm going to China,
wants to do it.
and I want to shoot.
She's got the focus. I mean, the thing is, today's been her first shoot. Nerves have played a really big role for today. At home, she was really, really good, hitting the target, left, right, centre. But today, just nerves failed her a little bit.
Yeah, well, me and her, it was both our first time today, so we had a little chat, woman to woman, about that. And, I said,
she'll chat your ear off as well.
The nerves do kick in, but she said next time she wants to be on the grown-up course so she can focus more.
Yeah, and she'll do it.
And she will.
This is the beauty of this sport. You've got people who have been shooting for less than 6 months, who, because of the wealth of knowledge that are on Facebook groups or people that have been involved in the shoot, you can get knowledge instantly to get good within 6 months. And with a semi-professional category, you can honestly go and have a good chance of winning with no experience.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I liked about it, and the fact that everyone here was really willing you on, because I've only been doing it like target practice for about a month or so, but people were willing you on to do really well, and that's kind of like...
the thing is, as a steward, as a judge, if I'm behind someone and I can see you going wrong, I've got to tell you, in the nicest possible respect, it's not patronising, but I say, look, you're aiming to the left here. It's nice to help people out. We want to encourage the sport to produce raw talent, to move forward. The next International World Cup is a few years away. We may host it, we may not. That's in the pipeline at the minute. But it's only going to be the best shooters the world has to offer that are going to go to that.
Fantastic. Okay, well, brilliant. Well, thank you so much. It's been a brilliant event. Everyone's really happy, but we're all shattered.
Yeah,
and you go off and enjoy yourself. Lovely to meet you.
Cheers.
Take care.